Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Megan and I'm the lead spiritual advisor and mystic for the Relationship Psychics. Today we're going to be doing a pick a card reading on why they ghosted you. So I really quickly just want you to look at these three cards that I laid in front of me and see if any of these three cards call to you. Just really look and see if any of these crystals or cards really draws your intuition in. Once you make your decision, you can jump to your particular reading using the timestamps in the description box below. Anyways, let's get started. Alright, so for all my friends who chose card number 1, this is your reading for today. Your first card is Deception. Basically, there's something that they weren't really telling you, and that's the reason why they ghosted you. It said someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So they weren't really being honest with you up front. They weren't really telling you all of the details of really what their situation is or something about them. And they weren't really presenting you with everything that you needed to know about them. And there's something that they were definitely hiding from you that they really haven't brought to light. And that's the reason that they ghosted you. Maybe it's because they were ashamed to tell you the truth, or maybe because they really just didn't want you to ever find out what the truth was. But that's really what I'm already feeling is one of the biggest reasons why they ghosted you here. The next card we pulled is Relationship. Ooh, okay, this brings us a lot of clarity here. It says, I call on the infinite power of love to take over the union in every way. May it now fully belong to the divine. What I'm thinking here is that they were in a relationship, or they are currently in a relationship, and there's another person, and that's kind of part of what they were deceiving you with, is that they didn't let you know that they were in this relationship. They kind of deceived you because they didn't want you to know that they were already involved with someone, and they didn't want you to know that, and so they got embarrassed, and that's why they kind of just ghosted you and kind of stopped talking to you, because they didn't want to lead you on any longer, but they also didn't want to tell you the truth that they themselves were in this relationship. The next card I have is pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. What I would really advise you to do here is kind of look back at your relationship with them, look back at how the dynamic was, and were there any red flags? Were there any times where they may have said things that kind of caught your attention and your intuition, and you realized that there may be something going on here? They may not be entirely honest about who they are and what their situation is in life. Definitely, I think I want you to take that time to really reflect on that and see if there were any things that kind of come up when you think back on the red flags that may have been present at the time. The next card I pulled is the Wild Rose. As you can see in the card here, there are 3 people. So there's definitely a third person in this dynamic that's really getting in the way, and that's what really caused them to ghost you. So it says, do it your way, embrace your uniqueness untamed. Really, like, what I feel that the universe is trying to tell you through this card is that there was another person. Like, it wasn't you, it wasn't personal. It was that they had to deceive you in order for creating this relationship and this bond with you. It was built on a deception, and you had to really look back and pay attention to some of the red flags. Like, it doesn't even have to be red flags related to this deception that they were, surrounding you with, but more of the facts that they never invited you to, maybe over, or there's certain things that kind of would indicate that there was something they were hiding from you if you really look back in retrospect. And then a lot of what the universe is trying to indicate to you is it was because they have some involvement with someone else. There is some third person in this triangle, and you didn't knowingly do this, so I really wouldn't be hard on yourself. Like, it wasn't your fault because you did not know. And that's really why they were torn here. They were really torn because they had these feelings for you, but they also were torn with their guilt in that they already made this commitment to someone else. So our next card is Double Mission. So it says light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you. So I really feel like this kind of shows that they were kind of like a secret agent almost. They were on a mission. They were not wanting to really be found out by either party. They didn't really want, the person they were in this committed relationship with, or the person they were currently seeing, to know about you. And they didn't want you to know about them. And so that's kind of all part of this deception and this facade. And they were kind of on a double mission. Like, they were pursuing 2 people at once who weren't really aware of the other person. And it kind of goes to show that there were maybe some red flags present. And that's really why they stopped talking to you. That's really why they ghosted you here, is, again, not because of you, not because of anything you did, but because of them and because because of their own situation and because of this external factors and commitment they've already made. It's hard, but I really wouldn't try to take it personally. I would just try to understand that this person was very confused, very conflicted, and they felt very ashamed of what they did, so that's why they kind of pulled back from you. Our next card here is protection. Call back your power, cut the cord, soul retrieval. So what this really is indicating to me is that there may be a time where they may try to reach back out to you and pretend there isn't this whole dynamic going on, and they may even be honest about it. But I just would advise you very strongly here to make sure to do what's in your best interest, to make sure to really call back your power and cut the cords if you need to cut them. If you're able to remain in relation with this person on a friendly level, that's fine. But I definitely wouldn't do anything that is against who you are as a person and against what you want, and what you feel like you deserve. I just really want to put that out there and just know and be ready for them to potentially come back to you in some way and try to come back into your life. And just be aware that if they haven't, obviously been separated from this person they're in this relationship with, that it's not really fair to you and it's not really fair to anyone to really engage with that. I wouldn't say necessarily to completely cut them from your life if you're able to do so in a responsible and respectful manner, but I would, however, advise that you don't engage with them romantically or physically, because that would be, against what you probably want and what you would want to happen to you as well. I just don't think it's fair to anyone, and I'm sorry that you had to go through this in the first place and that they did cut you off because of this, but just know it's also not easy for them, but you still need to do what's best for you. Our last card here is Weight of the World. So it says boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. This really indicates to me that it's okay to let this person go. It's okay to just know that it's not your fault. You didn't knowingly do this. You didn't knowingly engage in this relationship with them. You didn't knowingly try to really engage in someone who was already committed to another person. You would never do that. You didn't mean to ever do that. And that's not something that you would want to do. And that's not who you are. But just don't carry that weight of guilt that you feel that it could have been, that you were involved, because you really never meant to be. You never meant to be involved. It's not your fault at all. And it's not your fault that you fell for someone when they were already in a committed relationship, because you weren't made aware of that until now. And that really, I just don't want you to blame yourself here. I really don't want you to blame yourself, and I want you to just know that it will be okay. Just, that's why that they ghosted you, is because they really had to resolve these issues. They really felt that guilt themselves and that shame themselves. I just want you to not put it on you. Don't feel like it's your fault here. Don't feel like it's anything you did. Anyways, that is it for this reading today on why they ghosted you. I would definitely check out this reading that I have linked at the top of the screen, which is another awesome, amazing pick a card free reading. Also, make sure to check out this amazing other free reading that we're offering at the top of the screen. I think you will really, really enjoy it. Anyways, that is it for today's reading, and I really hope you enjoyed and had fun. All right, see you guys soon. Bye. All right, so for all my friends who chose card number 2, this is your reading for today. This is why they ghosted you. So our first card shows us free yourself. It really says it's time to take back control of your life. So I feel like there's a part of you that really has concentrated and focused really heavily on the fact that this person kind of ghosted you, kind of left you, and kind of didn't tell you why and didn't really explain to you what it was. And you feel kind of attached to that, and you feel kind of attached to them, and you feel like it's really hard for you to let go of this. And that's why kind of God and the universe is really saying here, it's time to take back. It's time to take back control of your life, control of your love life, and to know that it wasn't you. So that's kind of already the first sign that I'm getting, and the first signal I'm feeling from this reading. Our next card here is play, which already brings a lot of clarity to why they ghosted you to me. It says, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. The biggest reason why they ghosted you is not because of you, but it's literally because they weren't looking for anything serious. They weren't wanting to invest into a serious long-term commitment. They may have liked you a lot, but they just weren't at that point in their life where they felt ready to really fully commit and take on a serious relationship. They just really are looking for fun. They're really looking for, one night stands and looking for just having fun and just getting out there and hooking up and meeting new people. And they're not really looking to take on anything too serious and heavy. And another aspect of this as well is that they really could have liked you a lot. I potentially feel that they could have felt very much scared of how they felt for you, and they feel like in one side of their mind that they only want to just really have fun right now, that they're at a point in their life where they only are not looking for anything serious. So it kind of scared them in a way, because they were like, wow, I really like this person, but I'm only really looking for something that's kind of more fun and not so serious and not so fully committed. It kind of freaked them out a little bit too, and that's why they were like, I really need to detach from this person because I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to feel attached to someone right now. I really want to keep things light, keep things fun, keep things no strings attached, and like friends with benefits sort of things. That's kind of what they were feeling, and that's kind of why they ghosted you, is because they really didn't want that serious commitment. They really wanted a no strings attached kind of situation. And when you became someone in their life, they did have these feelings for you and felt like you were amazing and great, and they could see that having a potential relationship with you would be amazing, but they just really are too scared for themselves to really fully commit, and they're just not at that place in their life right now. Our next card we have here is Come to Me. So attracting like a rose, receive abundance desires. They definitely very much are attracted to you, and they have a lot of sexual desire for you. They really want, they really crave you in that way, and they're very attracted to you. But again, they're not looking for anything too serious. They're looking to have fun. They're looking to just be free, and they're not looking for this long-term commitments. That's why I would really free yourself. I would really, just realize it's not you. It wasn't you in this situation. It wasn't something that you did. It wasn't something that you are. It's literally the point that they are at in their life. The next card is Rose Quartz. So it says, love life, new or renewed romantic love is here for you. They definitely felt very much so romantically attracted to you, and they really were attracted to you in so many ways. But the issue is, that they really don't want to take things and make things serious. So they have these attractions for you, they have these desires for you, they have these sexual feelings for you too, but they're kind of scared by any serious, emotional intimacy they're building with you, because they want that no strings attached, friends with benefits kind of stance right now. They're just not at the point. Maybe they've been hurt before. There's something that's really causing them to really want to not invest in a relationship and not invest in you, and it's not you, and I really, really would advise not to take this personal. Our next card here is Independence. So it says, the more you learn to feed yourself on the inside and care for the inner child, the more freestanding you become. Help me feed and love this inner child, dear Lord. They really, in this reading, this really means that they really want to be independent. They really want to fly free, just like the butterfly. They don't want to be attached. They don't want to be held down. They're at a point in their life where they're just really focusing on themselves, focusing on their career, focusing, not so much on having these long, strong commitments. And I would just kind of respect that and understand, again, that it wasn't meant to be, and it's just not the right time for them. And you're amazing. It's nothing that you did. It's literally where they are at in their life. Anyways, I hope that kind of made sense and gave you some clarity here on this reading today. I just wanted to say thank you so much again for coming to this reading and watching this reading. And if you are interested in seeing another reading, definitely just check out the link right up here at the top of the screen, where I have another free pick a card reading that you can do, which is really fun. I totally recommend it. Anyways, that's it for today's video. I love you guys so much, and I'm sending my blessings your way. Bye guys. All right, so for all my friends who chose card number 3, this is your reading for today. Our first card on why they ghosted you is healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So I really feel very strongly here that they had to heal. They really had to heal, and they had to take some time for themselves to heal something. It may have been some childhood issues, some family issues, or maybe some past relationship issues even. There was something that was in a relationship or in a family dynamic that really caused them pain and hurt, and they're really having to look within to really deal with that and fully be able to come to terms with whatever that was for them. The next card I pulled is Trust the Timing. So it says, trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. What I would really say that this indicates here is that the universe is saying, to trust that this could be the right person and just not the right time. They may be focusing on healing. They may be focusing on some things and getting some things, you know, together for them and for their life. But that doesn't mean that you're not the right one. They may just really need to withdraw and really allow themselves to come within in order to find that healing, to really connect with their inner child, to really forgive those people in their life that they need to forgive. And then maybe you can potentially have that romantic relationship with them. I would just really trust that the timing is divinely planned and that it may have not been the right time at that moment, but it doesn't mean that they're not the right person, is what I'm really feeling here very strongly. The next card we have here is challenges, unbearable situations. So I really believe here that this really indicates to me that this person who ghosted you was really dealing with a lot of things in their life, like that weren't related to you. They were having some challenges, they were having some family issues and things they needed to heal from. And that's kind of why they shut out anyone in their life that they felt was either important to them or could be important to them. I just really feel like I wouldn't focus so much on that and take that to heart and take it personally. I think instead I would just realize that they could definitely be the right person, and I would be whatever they want you to be for them right in this moment. If that, you know, is someone who's not able to really actively be engaged with them, that's okay. Just, you know, them knowing that you care should go far enough. And I would just, you know, I would definitely reach out and say, you know, if you need anything, you know, I'm here for you. But beyond that, I wouldn't really reach out any further. I would just allow them to really take that time they need in order to really heal from what it is they're going through. The next card I pulled is Wait. So it says it's not time yet, things are being woven. Yeah, there's a really good chance that this could be the right person for you, and this could be a very potentially promising romantic relationship in the future. But for now, this just doesn't seem like the best thing to really pursue in the time being, because again, they are going through these challenges, they're going through this tough time that they really need to deal with themselves. For you, it's really all about trusting in divine timing and trusting that things will come together when they're supposed to come together. But it really is up to you to just wait and understand it wasn't your fault that they ghosted you, it wasn't related to you, and that it will come together exactly when it's supposed to. Our next card here is the second bloom. So a second chance, it's never too late, new possibilities. Very likely there will be a second bloom in your relationship. Very likely there will be a time down the road, which I wouldn't, you know, anticipate too much, but just know that it's very likely to happen, where they reach out to you or you somehow become reunited in some way. And when that happens, just know that this probably is the second bloom, where you and them will just kind of continue developing your relationship further because they've already gotten over these challenges and these healing issues that they've needed to really face. And then our last card here is deep cellular healings, physical and emotional healing. So they're going through so much healing right now, and as they do, I would really also focus, you know, on yourself, on loving yourself, and also not limiting yourself. Like, even if they could be someone you're potentially to be with later down the road, I would still also focus on you and focus on finding your own, you know, path, and not shut out relationships because of this, but just be open to the possibility. Be open to the possibility of the second bloom with them. Anyways, I hope that this reading provided you with some clarity and helped you. Also, I have another amazing free pick a card reading up on the screen below. I'll link it so you can go to that reading, which is really cool. And anyway, that is it for today's reading. I had such a great time, and I'm sending all my love and blessings to you guys. Make sure to subscribe again and like this video if you enjoyed. Bye!